Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm finally back in the UK now, and I was able to pick this guy up at Smith's since he just came out, I think recently this week. I've been looking forward to getting this figure for such a long time. As I mentioned before in my Orion PAX review, this guy is in wave 2, so I wasn't able to get him back then in Hong Kong. So luckily he's out in the UK, and I cannot wait to show this off to you guys. I really like this new alt mode for B127 in this upcoming Transformers movie, and he calls himself Badassatron, so let's see if he lives up to that name. First off, let's take a quick look at the packaging, and we get a look at his sort of mouse-like Cybertronian alt mode. We get a very nice render of B127. I pre-ordered the YOLO Park precog kits, so I cannot wait to get my hands on those as well. The renders do lie a bit, like he does look really gold here, like the trailer. But here, he looks yellow. Turning the box to the side, we have a really nice group shot of all the characters, and that's it for the packaging. Taking a quick 360 look at the toy, I really like this head sculpt. The SS version of this character was just revealed yesterday, and to me, it sort of looked slightly puffy. In terms of the face sculpt, I do really like how the body looks though, and it looks like it does improve on the articulation. But this guy here is not too bad as well. Let's take a quick look at his head. I'm a huge fan of this head sculpt, although it doesn't really look like it fits the character, right? Like, he sort of plays like the joke character in the movie, so that really stoic head sculpt I don't really think fits B127. I've not seen the movie yet. In the UK, unfortunately, we've still got to wait a whole month until the movie comes out, and we've yet to know if this head sculpt fits the character perfectly. Another feature that sort of makes this stand out over the SS toy is this opening chest plate right here. This toy comes with this chest piece removed, like Gears from Legacy, just to avoid people from stealing them in stores. But they just pop off like that really easily, and you get a really nice look at the T-cog here. I wish sort of the mainline, you can't really get this out though, unfortunately. I do wish that this T-cog feature is featured in all the mainline Transformer toys from Transformers 1, but unfortunately I think it's only in B127 here. It's a really nice feature, and it differentiates it from the SS toy. I like how rounded he is. The design looks really cool. It looks like a younger version of Bumblebee. Really. Right off the bat, you do see like his hollow legs. It doesn't really bother me with him coming at a cheaper price point than the SS. It's not like it doesn't serve a purpose, like this hollow bit. It serves a purpose in transformation, so to me, it is forgivable. Some of you might have seen other reviews of B127, and you'd have seen this fake out of an ankle tilt. The pivot is there, but it doesn't rotate at all. I think you have to cut off just a bit of plastic here, and you get to achieve that ankle tilt. I'll see if it really bothers me in the long run, but for now, it really doesn't. Since we're talking about the articulation on the toy, let's go through that. So the head is on a ball joint, so it can turn 360. You've got some attitude here, some upwards movement, some downwards movement. If you sort of unpeg his head and use that transformation hinge right here, you do get some additional movement in the head, like some extra upwards movement, I think. His arms are on a ball joint, so they rotate like that, outwards like that, but might be just my copy, but it pops off fairly easily. His elbows are on ball joints as well. They go inwards for transformation. There's an elbow bend about 90 degrees. Unfortunately, there's no wrist swivel. He does rotate at the waist. His legs kick up way over 90 degrees, out this far as well. He has a thigh cut and about 90-degree bend at the knee, and as mentioned before, he does not have ankle tilt, but he does have some up and down on the toes for transformation. And I forgot to mention the highlight of this toy in terms of articulation, and that is the hidden butterfly joint right here. So you get a sort of backwards butterfly joint like that. I do wish that he comes with two swords, because right now he only comes with one blaster and one sword, and that pegs to the back. And these have allocated slots on his hands, so this slots into his left hand. The sword only slots into his right. There we go, and there we have such a cool look for B127 as well. And with the help of that butterfly joint, he gets to pull off some really cool slicing poses. Just because I've moved back to the UK really recently, I don't know where my Orion PAX is, to be honest. I don't know where he is in my suitcase. So for size comparison, we have the SS86 Optimus Prime. And as you can see, if you're using like this as your G1 Bumblebee, it's not too bad of a scale anyways. I really like the colors here. That racing black stripe reminds me of the War for Cybertron Bumblebee. They really pulled it off with this guy. Much better than that Studio Series Gamer Edition Bumblebee. I do wish that, we eventually get a version of B127 with his battle mask on, I might actually end up having to get the YOLO Park version just for that battle mask. With that being said, let's get into the transformation. There's a few steps you have to do in a certain order for everything to line up in alt mode. So first off, let's just detach his backpack from his chest, rotate his head backwards like that. There's a peg, there's a port. They don't really peg into each other, but it does sort of give a guide to where the head should sit, like that. And then just close it back up. Get your finger under this grey piece and just lift this car part upwards. Double hinge it up like that and sort of just tab it in and complete the front of the car. Don't fold this bit in yet. Next, what you want to do is just to use that ball joint here and rotate the elbows like so, and do the same on the other side as well. I really like this transformation. It's super simple. Everything's really straightforward, and once you get the hang of it, it's super fun as well. Rotate him at the waist because we're going to have to close this section off. So using that butterfly joint, close that inwards like that. That's a tab here that you need to tab into this inside of the shoulder piece. So just align that like that. And do the same on the other side as well. And then you connect the fists together. So just do that. Now you can fold in this part. Next, we have to deal with the legs. So it's really simple. Fold this leg upwards like that. Utilizing that Combiner Wars sort of leg transformation, untab it from the side. So there's a port right here that's meant to align with that. So just try your best and just give it a push and fit that hand into that cavity here. And do the same on the other side now. So just really simply hinge that upwards and then just push it in together. And you see that there's a tab here and there's a slot here. Just push them in together like so. And final step you have to do is just to shift this part up and make sure that this tab piece goes over this chest piece. So just shift it downwards and that's going to collapse into place once you give it a good little press like so. Give it a press like so. You'll hear everything go into place. And there we have B127 in his really awesome Cybertronian alt mode. I'm a huge fan of this alt mode, like everything rolls, his wheels are nicely pinned together, and you know, he's a good size as well. I really wish that sort of the Burger King toys came to the UK, but unfortunately I think since 2019 we've not had any Happy Meal toys nor Burger King toys, so I don't think that's going to be a dream come true here. For weapon storage, these two just peg together like so. So you see this little tab here, these two tabs, that's going to tab into the inside of the swords. There you have two tabs aligned. There's two slots right here. Align that so that the cannon and swords are facing forwards. There you have the weapon stored on the top of Bumblebee's alt mode. It sort of looks like a mashup of the War for Cybertron Bumblebee and a mashup of the Bumblebee movie Cybertronian Bumblebee. I'm a huge fan of both of them. I cannot wait to see this guy in action. In my opinion, he does live up to the name Badassatron. Full size comparison, I have nothing else but to make toys swerve, trash talk. I think he's a good deluxe sized alt mode, and I think when the SS comes out, this guy is definitely going to be a bigger toy compared to the SS. With that being said, I cannot wait to get the SS version of this Bumblebee. I cannot wait to get the SS version of Alita as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing Transformers 1 in theaters when October comes around in the UK. One of the final segments I think I might do once I'm back in the UK is to see if these toys are sniff approved. And as we can see here, B127 is definitely sniff approved. But that's it for now. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Hopefully I'll be able to make more videos like this later on once I've settled down. But that's it for now. Stay safe and goodbye.